Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has assured the state's Maratha community that they will get reservations. But these reservations could come at the cost of reservations for the state's OBC community. Now this has triggered off angst among the state's OBCs, who make up 19% of the state's population. Now the Maratha community is upset as well. And Maharashtra, with 48 seats, has the second largest number of Lok Sabha seats in parliament after Uttar Pradesh. It's crucial for the BJP's strategy to get over 400 seats in the Lok Sabha elections. But will Maharashtra's OBC Maratha discord derail the BJP's Mission 2024? Now, joining me to discuss this today are Haribao Rathod, former Member of Parliament, my colleague Kiran Tare, and my colleague Brijesh Pandey here in the studio at News9. Gentlemen, welcome to the News9 Plus show. I want to start by asking Mr. Rathod. Mr. Rathod, why are the OBCs opposed to the reservation quota for the Maratha community as promised by the Chief Minister Eknath Shinde?
This is the totally political decision. Actually, Maratha community are a dominating community in Maharashtra.
Yeah.
I think near about out of 288 seats of the MLA, near about 161 only from the Maratha community.
Right.
And out of 48 seats from the MP, near about 36 MPs are from the only Maratha community.
Right.
Even though they are asking the OBC reservation, since the Maratha and Kunbi are near about the same community, that's why they have taken the benefit of nomenclature.
Right.
Nomenclature is the same. Those who are a farmer, they are normally Kunbis.
Right. Yeah.
And they are forwarding caste from among the OBC only, among the Kunbis. But politically and economically, they are strong, well up in Maharashtra. And they are gathered Manvant Rally, Jarangi Party.
I think we've lost Mr. Rathod there, but Brijesh, I just want to bring you in on this. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. So what were the compulsions that made Eknath Shinde walk this tightrope of giving reservations?
Well, I mean, the stats which has been rattled out by Mr. Rathod clearly indicates to the kind of influence Maratha community has on the political landscape of Maharashtra. And, Jarangi Patil, the kind of crowd he was gathering, marching towards Mumbai with more than a lakh plus crowd, it is impossible for the Chief Minister or any government for that matter to ignore the crowd, ignore the kind of organic protest it has become out to be. And this is the reason why Eknath Shinde had to walk the talk, because earlier also he had met Jarangi Patil to diffuse the tension, and later on again he went on to take this march which was diffused a couple of days back. Now, what the biggest problem for the BJP right now is, if we speak, is that it has settled the political equation within the state. It has neutralized Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray camp, it has neutralized NCP, it has neutralized Congress that much. But now this problem has all of a sudden become too big for them to handle, and as you said, damned if you do, damned if you don't, kind of a situation faces Eknath Shinde and Devendra Fadnavis, because Chhagan Bhujbal has already made his stand very clear with a clarion call, because there is a lot of pressure from his community, and Rane was supposed to address a press conference which he cancelled, and Mr. Adar Pawar, he just said that he will go and he will talk to Chhagan Bhujbal, he will talk to Rane to impress that as a government we have to cater everybody. But the writing is on the wall, and until unless they diffuse this situation, either the situation might boomerang politically on them.
It might boomerang politically, and in fact, Kiran, you've been tracking this very closely, these protests, and give us a sense of whether this is Maharashtra's Patidar movement moment. A few years back you had those massive protests where you have a dominant community like the Patels coming out and asking for preferential allotment in government jobs. Is this a replay of that you're seeing, and what is the possible domino effect on other states and other communities.
See, the major difference here is that in the particular community agitation and the Marathas are not so much united like the Patidars in Gujarat.
Right, right.
Marathas are getting the OBC status, no
Yeah.
doubt about it. But that is what the reason the OBC community believe that they are going to eat the pie in the OBC quota.
Yes.
There are only 17% of reservation for OBCs in Maharashtra.
Right,
So in 17%, almost 80% of the population is covered.
right.
That's OBCs, 450 castes and subcastes of the OBCs, plus
Yeah.
the Marathas and other SC, ST and VJNT. If you collect all those things in 50% cap, almost 80 to 85% of the state's population is
Yeah.
covered in the 50% quota,
Right.
and the remaining 15% will have a 50% quota. So
Right.
that's a huge disparity in the quota system right now here.
Right.
So what has triggered the unrest among the OBCs is that OBCs believe that the Marathas are unnecessarily eating into the pie of their quota share.
Right.
And why this is happening? Because Marathas are anyway, the state government, the chief minister has already announced that the Marathas will have a separate reservation.
Yeah.
For that a legal battle is going on in the Supreme Court. If that reservation comes into the force,
Right.
the Marathas won't be called as an OBCs. OBC will have their separate quota.
Yeah.
But here the problem is that the quota cannot go beyond 50%.
Yeah.
That is why the OBC believe that whatever reservation the Marathas are getting,
Right.
they will be getting within the OBC quota itself.
Right.
There is the problem.
Yeah, and Mr. Rathod, the government has said that this notification is going to be implemented on the 16th of February. Will that actually go through, or you think there's going to be some kind of legal challenge to this notification?
Definitely they will implement this resolution from 16. But this is the harmful to the BJP and Eknath Shinde.
Right.
Because total OBCs are now mobilized.
Right.
And they definitely they vote against this present government.
Right.
So it is very harmful to them. It is not a good decision. As per my knowledge, I suggest that the Karpuri Thakur formula, you know,
Yeah.
the Karpuri Thakur formula is the famous formula. Recently, Karpuri Thakur, they have given a Bharat Ratna,
Yes.
which is the highest award. So he was at that time subcategorized the OBC reservation.
Yeah.
Now, my view, my suggestion that it should be categorized. It should be categorized whatever the 19% reservation
Yeah.
should be categorized within the OBC. So, Barabolutidar, that is the Nai, Khati, Wadi, Lohar, Sonar, Sutar,
Yeah.
Dhobi, Teli. Yes, this the village service communities. They will get the sizable quota, and Kunbi Maratha should be together. The Kunbi and Maratha should be clubbed and should be given a separate reservation. That is the subcategorization should be done by the formula of the Karpuri Thakur formula, the
Right.
famous formula in India. And that
Brijesh, I
formula
want to bring in,
definitely-
Mr. Rathod, I'm going to bring in Brijesh on this Karpuri Thakur formula, and since we have been assessing his role in this entire, dissection of the OBC reservation, do you think this will work in this
Well, I
case?
think Karpuri Thakur formula we saw happening yesterday when Nitish Kumar
Yeah.
switched side and joined.
Yeah, yeah.
I honestly, in Bihar it works for the BJP because
Right.
Nitish Kumar was the face of caste census,
Yeah.
and now that face has joined the BJP, and along with him being part of the EBC adds to BJP's formidable juggernaut role in the state of Bihar.
Yeah.
And Bihar, along with Maharashtra, forms like 2 or 3 states where BJP wants to get maximum number of seats. Last time
Yes.
they were, in 2019, there were 39 out of 40 in Bihar.
Right.
So they feel that with induction of Nitish Kumar, they will be in a position to win
repeat that.
do 39
Yes.
or win
Yeah.
even 40 out of 40.
Right.
So the same thing they would want to do in Maharashtra, but I honestly don't see
Right.
it fizzling out the way it has happened in the state of Bihar.
Right.
In Bihar right now, it is, it is generating the kind of heat, political heat.
Yes.
You see the kind of statement which has been made by Chhagan Bhujbal and other OBC leaders. They saying that it is not admissible. B, if the government forces it, immediately we will go to the court and seek legal recourse.
Right.
So you don't see an immediate dying down of this OBC versus Maratha thing, and elections are just round the corner. So it's like month and a half, and you'll be either in the first phase or the second phase of the election. So it's too close to the election for BJP to
reap any benefits out of. And Kiran, this point that Brijesh made, the fact that it's so close to the elections and whatever calculations are being done now, do you think that there could be any benefits for the party? When you're looking at 48 seats, second largest chunk of Lok Sabha seats, how would the BJP benefit from this?
The Maharashtra politicians have learned from their mistake previously they had done in 2019.
Yeah.
What had happened that time, that the same kind of quota was allowed and it was struck down by the Supreme Court.
Right.
Now they started blaming each other that it was the BJP who started allegations, Uddhav Thackeray, who could not fight the legal case in a very effective manner. That's why the quota was struck down. Eknath Shinde will do the same thing.
Right.
He will pass on the buck to Chhagan Bhujbal and others for striking down the quota if it happens. And see, Maharashtra has become a very caste identity oriented state in last 10 years.
Right.
The caste identities and the caste asmita has become very sharpened.
Right.
So whoever is going to the court
will
be held responsible for striking down this quota, and they know how to get a political benefit of that.
Right. Very important point there, Kiran. The fact that Maharashtra's caste awareness is sharply increased in the last decade or so, and that is what is going to make a resolution of this conflict that much more difficult. But thank you very much, Mr. Rathod, Kiran Thare, and my colleague Brijesh Pandey for joining us today to talk about this OBCs versus Maratha pot boiler that's underway in Maharashtra. Thanks for watching.
Streaming on News9 Plus. News is now content. Subscribe and get free vouchers.